we would be having the visuals. And at the same time, this is a Manas Parikrama. From our mind, we are going into this Parikrama using these tools of hearing, chanting, and seeing, visualizing.
So I'm just wondering if Premvikas Prabhu Divyangi, could you please share the first slide? Just give us 1 minute. Okay.
The first
one, please.
This is the last one.
Can we have the first slide, please? Thank you. The first one, yes, this one. So, one second. Okay. So, this Navadvipa Dham was actually created by Srimati Radharani. Can we have the next slide, please? So, Srimati Radharani, there's a very beautiful pastime that is mentioned in the Ananta Samhita, where Lord Shiva is explaining to Parvati that why Srimati Radharani has created this most glorious of all dhams, which is the Navadvipa Dham. You see, Krishna is the creator of the entire cosmic manifestation. Krishna created everything, spiritual world, material world. The spiritual world is 3/4 part of the creation. 1/4 is this material world. And Srimati Radharani has not done anything except for the only thing that she has created is this most special dham, which is Sri Navadvipa Dham. So we can end the slide here. So Srimati Radharani, it is explained, Lord Shiva, he explains to Goddess Parvati that Krishna was one time, he was with one of another Sakhi. Her name was Viraja. So Srimati Radharani, she became very morose that Krishna is not with her and is with another gopi called Viraja. Although she was very happy in her heart that Krishna is giving his time and attention to another Sakhi, but Radharani was also feeling a little, sad that why is Krishna not with me? So then Srimati Radharani thought that I will create such a place, such a unique place I will create, the most enchanting forest I will create, that it will be an extremely beautiful place decorated with golden creepers and trees, and they are going to be filled with male and female bumblebees. Deer and bucks will be roaming here and there. The entire area will be filled with fragrance of flowers like jasmine, mallika, and malati flowers. This transcendental abode is going to be adorned with tulasi leaves, tulasi forest. And Srimati Radharani, she said, I'm going to create such an enchanting place. So Srimati Radharani is said that she took a lotus in her hand, and the lotus had 8 petals, and the central whorl was one, and it was surrounded by 8 petals. So Srimati Radharani was crying tears because she was sad that Krishna is not here. So her tears made a little reservoir of water. So it is said that in that reservoir of water, Srimati Radharani just dropped that lotus. And that lotus became Navadvipa. Nava means 9, Dvipa means islands. So these 8-petaled lotus flower, the 8 petals and the central whorl became the 9 islands, came to be known as Navadvipa. And on Srimati Radharani's order, it is said that, even the Jamuna came to reside in Navadvipa Dham in the name of Jalangi. She is present there as in the name of Jalangi. And then, when Srimati Radharani, she dressed herself in colorful cloth and she began to play. She took on a flute. Srimati Radharani took on a flute and she started playing a very beautiful melody to attract Krishna. And then, being attracted by that melody, Krishna was with the other gopis. But when Radharani started playing this most enchanting tune, Krishna was like, drawn like magnet. And he just came pulling, he just became, pulled by that sound, that divine sound of love. And he just came and he was astounded because he saw that there was this beautiful, 9-petaled island. And Srimati Radharani was at the center of it and she was playing the flute over there. And Krishna came there and Krishna came and said, "Oh, my dear, lovely faced Srimati Radharani, you are my very life. There's no one more dear to me than you. Therefore, I will never leave you. And just for me, you have created this most beautiful place. It is filled with, so many sakhis. Your sakhis are here. And there's so many forest groves that you have created. And the devotees will glorify this place as Nava Vrindavan or Gupta Vrindavan. Nava Vrindavan means, Nava means new. So new Vrindavan or Gupta Vrindavan means the hidden Vrindavan. So as this place is like an island, so many islands. So this, place will be called as Navadvip. So Krishna, Radharani created the place. Krishna coronated it with the name. So this place is extremely special. Navadvip was coronated by Krishna himself. And by my order, Krishna said, all of the holy places in the entire creation will reside in this dham. It'll come to Navadvip Dham. Because you have created this place for my pleasure, Krishna said, I will live here eternally. And those people who come here and who worship us as Radha Madhava will eternally attain our eternal service in the mood of the Sakhis. This is Krishna's benediction, so special to all the Dhamvasis. Oh dear Radha, like Vrindavan, this place is extremely pure. If anyone comes here just once, he will obtain the results of going to all the sacred places in the entire creation. He will obtain the results of going to all the sacred places. He will quickly attain devotional service which satisfies both of us. So then Lord Shiva continues that, my dear Parvati, I have thus described to you the reason for the appearance of Navadvip Dham. So when heard by the people of this world, Lord Shiva said, this narration has the potency to remove all sins and bestow devotional service. Whoever rises early in the morning and with devotion to Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu recites or hears the story of Navadvip's creation will certainly attain Lord Gauranga. So, Radha and Krishna here, they united to become one body. Krishna took on the golden complexion of Srimati Radharani, and Krishna took on the beautiful, loving mood of devotion of Srimati Radharani, and he manifested as the golden incarnation, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It is said that even if the Mayapur Dham, Navadvip Dham, is so merciful that even if one goes and sleeps in Mayapur Dham, Lord Chaitanya says, oh, this devotee, he's offering obeisances to me. Let me give him benediction. So if a devotee doesn't do anything, if a person doesn't do anything in Mayapur Navadvipa Dham, if he just goes and sleeps there, even that is beneficial. That is how merciful this dham is, because it has the potency of Srimati Radharani, who is compassion personified.
So before we actually go on a virtual parikrama of different places, we need to know what are the summary of what these places are and why they are there. The glory of the Navadvipa Dham. So today we'll be focusing on the glory of Navadvipa Dham and a summary of which places will we go in the coming days. So if you see Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he is one of the previous acharyas. He wrote a story in his book called Swapna Vilas. There he explains the pastimes of Swapna. Swapna Vilas means pastimes of a dream. In Vrindavan, there is a place called Nidhivan. Nidhivan, there is a very beautiful temple called Rangamahal, where Radha and Krishna, they would come and they would take rest in Rangamahal in Nidhivan. So Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains that once when Srimati Radharani was resting there, she had a dream. She woke up suddenly after the dream. She woke Krishna up. Krishna, I have to tell you the dream that I just saw. And Krishna was, yes, Radhe, what did you see? Radharani said, I saw, you have shown me so many different ways that you appear in this world. But this form that you revealed to me in the dream is something very special. I saw a beautiful golden form, more beautiful than any of your incarnation. Please forgive me. But this golden form is more beautiful than any of your incarnations that you have ever taken to appear in this world. This golden form was dancing ecstatically on the banks of some river, which looked exactly like Yamuna. But it wasn't Yamuna. And then it was near a forest which looked exactly like Vrindavan, but it was not Vrindavan. And I saw all around, thousands and thousands of people are jumping and dancing and chanting your holy names. This golden form was like a form of a Brahmin. He was chanting with his arms raised. And it was as if he was flooding the entire universe with the love of God. Sometimes this golden Brahmana, he was crying out, oh my Lord Krishna, where are you? And sometimes I heard him crying loud, my beloved Radha, where are you? When I saw this person chanting like this, I suddenly felt this golden Brahmana is you, my dear Krishna. This golden Brahmana is you. Can you please tell me, who is this person? Who is this person who I'm attracted to so much? Krishna was smiling and listening. He was playing with his Kaustuva money. He lifted his Kaustuva money and told Srimati Radharani, Radhe, look inside this Kaustuva money. Radharani, when she eagerly looked inside, she saw the exact same pastime being enacted inside that reflection of the Kaustuba money. And Radharani said, now I can understand that both of us are going to combine. And both of us are going to take incarnation in this age of Kali Yuga to spread our love together throughout the world through the congregational chanting of our holy names. And so this description is of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nahi Anya. He is non-different from Radha and Krishna combined. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not an incarnation of Krishna. He is Krishna himself in the mood of Srimati Radharani to give this love of God. He has come to experience what his devotees, especially his greatest devotee Srimati Radharani, feels when she is in devotion to Krishna. Krishna knows everything, but he felt he just doesn't know one thing. How does a great devotee feel? How does this devotee feel when he or she is serving Krishna? So Krishna took the mood of Radharani to experience that, and in that way spread the love of God throughout the world. That forest was the Navadvipa Dham, and that river was Mother Ganga, where Sri Navadvipa Dham is manifested.
So this brings us now that we know the history of Sri Navadvipa Dham, this brings us to the now we can try to understand and try to go into the mood of performing the Navadvipa Mandal Parikrama. It is said that the first Parikrama of Sri Navadvipa Dham was performed by Lord Nityananda himself. Lord Nityananda, he performed the first Navadvipa Mandal Parikrama when he was showing the Navadvipa Mandal to Srila Jiva Goswami. So Nityananda Prabhu, he is the abode, he is Lord Balaram himself. Vrajendra Nandana Jai, Shachi Shruta Hoilo Shai, Balaram Hoilo Nitai, which means Vrajendra Nandana, Shri Krishna, he came as Sachiranandan, that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Balaram himself came as Nitai, as Lord Nityananda. So this is how we need to, we thought that because Lord Nityananda was the first propagator of this Navadvipa Mandal Parikrama, we wanted to sing one verse glorifying Lord Nityananda, which one very, very wonderful devotee of Lord Nityananda, Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur. Vrindavan Das Thakur has written glorification about Lord Nityananda. So he writes that Lord Nityananda's bright face resembles a wandering autumnal moon. He's so white, bright. His pure complexion is always glistening. His gait is like that of an elephant. He's utterly intoxicated in Krishna Prema, and he is the personification of pure spiritual energy. His face is smiling, his eyes are rolling in intoxicated love of Krishna. His hand is holding a staff. And by the performance of the Harinam Sankirtan, he dispels the evil forces of Kali. So I perpetually worship Lord Nityananda, the root of the Krishna Bhakti tree. So therefore, we thought it very important that before we embark on the journey of performing the Navadvipa Mandal Parikrama, to glorify Lord Nityananda and to take shelter of Lord Nityananda. Sharad Chandra Vrantim Spurada Amola Kantim Gajagati Hari Premun Mata Drita Paramasatvam Smitamukham Sada Gurnan Netram Para Kalita Betram Kalibhida Bhaje Nitya Nandam Bhajana Dham Nirmati. Jai Shri Nityananda Ram Ki Jai. So Lord Nityananda, the reason also why we chose to do Navadvip Mandal Parikrama first is very important, because unless we receive the mercy of Lord Nityananda and the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we cannot get the mercy of Lord Jagannath. So after doing Navadvip Mandal Parikrama, we will enter into Jagannath Puri's Parikrama. Then after that, we will then go to Badrinath, and in Kartik, we will go to Sri Braja Mandal Parikrama, to Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. So may we have the third slide, please? The next slide, please. So this is Lord Nityananda. As you can see, Lord Nityananda showing to Srila Jiva Goswami about and telling him about the Navadvip Mandal. You see how Lord Nityananda is holding the staff in his hand, Lord Nityananda's beautiful moon-like face, and he's showing Jiva Goswami about Navadvip. The next slide, please. So this Lord Nityananda, when he was taking Jiva Goswami on the Parikrama, Lord Nityananda predicted that Adbhut ek mandir hoibe prakash, Gauranger Nitya Seva hoibe vikash. This was a prediction by Lord Nityananda himself, which today, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, is manifesting as the temple of the Vedic planetarium, which the disciples of Srila Prabhupada are building in glorification of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Can we have the next slide, please?
And this was the first Navadvip Mandal Parikrama. So imagine, we are starting from the first Navadvip Mandal Parikrama that happened almost 500 years ago. And the tradition is still continuing.
Yes. So Nityananda Prabhu said to Jiva Goswami while on this parikrama,
he actually showed him, he said, in the eyes of common people, Vishwambhara or Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has taken sannyas and he has left Navadvip to go elsewhere to Jagannath Puri.
Can we have the next slide, please?
But actually, Nityananda Prabhu said, my Gauranga, he never gives up Mayapur, he never gives up Navadvip. And the devotees who are very fortunate, they can perceive his daily Leela. Jiva Goswami, you will see Sri Gauranga dancing. Adya Piha Leela Koren Sri Gauranga Rai. Kono Kono Bhagavan Dekhi Pare Pai. One who is fortunate can see, perceive Gauranga Mahaprabhu's daily Leela happening even today in Sri Navadvipa Dham. This is the golden Brahmana that Srimati Radharani was talking about.
So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is still, he is non-different than Sri Mayapur Dham. Mahaprabhu is present in Mayapur Dham, and fortunate souls are able to see and envision this even till today. One time we were in the Goshala in Mayapur, and His Grace Jananivas Prabhu, who is the head pujari of Sri Mayapur Dham temple, he was giving a lecture, and he said that every day Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would pass from this road, and he pointed out the road where we all were sitting. And the way he pointed out, it was as if he could see it. That he said that Mahaprabhu would take this road every day, he would cross the Jalangi river, and he would go to the other side of the river, and he would eat, yogurt and, butter from the cowherd men, and, who were in the other island on the other side of the Yamuna river. And it felt as if Jananivas Prabhu could see that Lord Chaitanya is going, So that road is so special. So such fortunate devotees can see Lord Chaitanya even today. So Jiva Goswami then begs Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda to take him on this parikrama. So can we have the next slide, please? So as you can see, this is the 8-petaled lotus. So Navadvipa Dham consists of 9 islands.
Island, which is Dvipa. And you can see in the middle, the whirl of the lotus is Antardvipa, the inside island. Each of these 9 islands, they resemble an 8-petaled lotus flower. And Antardvipa is the center, and it has a circumference of 15 kilometers. Like that. Next slide, please.
So next slide, please. So as you can see, this is the temple of the Vedic planetarium being built in Mayapur on the banks of the river Ganges. So Ganga is flowing here. Can we have the next slide, please? So Mahaprabhu, you know, devotees actually collect water from the Ganga and they come and bathe Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the Mayapur temple. Next slide, please. So these are the 9 islands, as you can read.
Each one of these 9 islands, they actually represent one of the 9 processes of devotional service. As Sri Prahlad Maharaj in Srimad Bhagavatam, he said, Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, Smaranam Padasevanam, Archanam Vandanam Dasyam, Sakhyam Atmanivedanam. That there are these 9 islands, each of these islands represent one process of devotional service, of Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, like that. So let's try to remember these 9 names of these 9 islands, because in the next 9 days, we will visit each of these islands. So the first island in the middle is Antardvipa,
That's the central whirl.
The whirl of this lotus. Antardvipa is where Sri Mayapur Dham is. Antardvipa signifies Atmanivedanam, like surrendering everything to Krishna is the devotional service. Second is Simantadvip. We'll go to Simantadvip, which signifies hearing or Shravanam. Maharaj Parikshit, he perfected his life just by Shravanam, just by hearing for 7 days and 7 nights the Srimad Bhagavatam. Then the third island is Godrumadvip, which signifies Kirtanam or chanting, which is what was perfected by Shukadev Goswami. Just by speaking Srimad Bhagavatam, 7 days, 7 nights, he perfected his life. Then is Madhyadvip, which signifies Smaranam. When Shravanam and Kirtanam are perfect, then Smaranam automatically comes, which was perfected by Sri Prahlad Maharaj. How he remembered in all obstacles, or good times or bad times, he would always remember Krishna, and he was protected. His devotion was protected later by Lord Nrsimhadev. Then Koladvipa, which is like today it's called the Navadvipa city. All these different islands are, villages, but the city of Navadvip, the train station and all of that is in the Navadvip city, which is nothing but actually a part of Koladvipa. And the
5th island.
The fifth island, which means serving the lotus feet. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pada Sevanam. To serve the lotus feet, Lakshmi Devi perfected her life just by serving the lotus feet of the Lord. Then is Ritudvip, which is the 6th, which means Archanam, worshipping the Lord, which was perfected by Sri Prithu Maharaj. Prithu Maharaj perfected his life just by Archanam, by that sacrifice.
Then the 7th island is called as Jannudvip. Jannudvip is Vandanam, which means praying, and Akrura, the uncle of Krishna, was the one who perfected his life by offering beautiful prayers to Krishna. The 8th island is called as Modadruma Dweep. Modadruma Dweep signifies being a servant, which means dasyam. So dasyam, the best and the perfect servant of the Lord, is Hanuman. Hanuman is the perfect servitor of the Lord. 9th and the final island is called as Rudradvipa. Rudradvipa is signified by the process of Sakyam, which means friend, being a friend to the Lord. And this was perfected by Arjuna. So these are the 9 islands. So today we will end our session here. We can end the slideshow. Can we go to the last slide, please? Sorry, last slide. So today we have 9 islands that we went. So we have 9 slides, which we will share with all of you. Okay, so that's all. Okay, thank you. All right, so today we'll end our session here. But if there's any questions, comments, reflections, or any other interactions, we can open up, and we will also be sharing quizzes with all of you. So please make sure that you are answering your quiz questions. We will be sharing it in all of the WhatsApp groups. So, and we request those devotees who are joining us over YouTube and on Facebook Live, the link is given. So please do join us. Use the link to join us on WhatsApp. So please, let's open the floor for any questions or comments.
We see that some people on YouTube have said that, are you sharing the screen? They're not able to see the PPT. If you would like to see the PPT, we'd request you to please join the WhatsApp group. And that's where we have the Zoom link. On Zoom, we are sharing the PPT. We are not able to share it on YouTube and Facebook right now, but we are working on it. But then please join in the link of the YouTube. You will see the link to join the WhatsApp group, and you can join the WhatsApp group and you'll get the Zoom link there. And on Zoom, you can see the PPT.
And you'll also get the PDF version of the PPT. You'll get the quizzes. You'll get all of that when you join the WhatsApp group. So please do join the WhatsApp group.
Yeah. And the quiz and the answers to the quiz and everything.
Okay, so any questions?
I have a comment.
Hare Krishna. Yes.
She can go. Oh, okay. It's me. Thank you so much, Hare Krishna. I wanted to say thank you so much for this class, and I was looking forward to doing more virtual classes with you and your it's just incredible. I had my first home visit today to tell everybody how incredible it was. I didn't feel worthy at first because in my home, I'm the only one really practicing Krishna consciousness, although my family is very supportive and they chant with me sometime and offer any incense, go to temple when it was open, etc. But I'm working toward being initiated, and I didn't feel I was worthy to just take up the time and have this visit to me. But I can tell you it was so wonderful. I can't express. Please, if you haven't done it, you have to. It's incredible. Thank you so much. And this class was amazing. Thank you both very, very much.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. My husband was saying that he missed the session.
Yeah,
Yes.
sorry.
But maybe you might have to host it. Maybe you can reserve another slot where he can also come. Thank you.
Selfish. If you have any, spaces available, if you let me know, I'll definitely do that.
There is. Just look in the calendar. There is.
Okay. Because
so,
I have a sister
as we were
in Florida
discussing,
and my niece in Florida. I think maybe they will enjoy it. I know my niece.
Sure.
So I would love to do that. Thank you so much.
Yes, please do, and we'll come again.
Yes.
I love spending time with you and your beautiful family, Flavia. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much.
Hare Krishna.
Haribo. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Anjali. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Radhe.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
A very, very happy Purushottam Advik Maas to both of you and all the devotees.
Hare Krishna. You too.
Please, at the end of the session, or I think just a very humble request, if you could sing Chatur Adhyakshtakam for us.
Yes, Sharashtakam. We will do that. We will definitely do that. We'll definitely end with that. Yes, of course.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Kirti.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Today I have a comment and a question. So
Okay.
I'm going to say my comment first. I want to say thank you, Mataji and Prabhuji. I really liked how you put all the pastimes, and I really like all how each island meant like the 9 processes of devotional services. And my question is, so if Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna, but in the mood of Radharani, so isn't Radharani Krishna's eternal potency? So it's basically like Krishna and like another Krishna as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So what is the the difference of I thought Krishna's internal potency was Srimati Radharani. It's she's kind of like Krishna. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is actually like 2 Krishnas, but Radharani too. So
Yeah, that's a wonderful question. When we say Krishna, it includes everyone, Radharani, his devotees, all of his material potencies, spiritual potencies, everything. Just like when you say king, with king comes everything. King means his kingdom, his ministers, because without his ministers, without his kingdom, without his subjects, a king is not a king. So when you say a king, it includes everything. Similarly, when we say Krishna, that includes everyone. However, technically you see Krishna, God is perfect, right? To be perfect, God has to be everything. So which means Krishna is the male God and Radharani is the female God. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the perfect male and female combination, the male God with the mood of the female potency, with the mood of his potency of love combined. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually is the complete manifestation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Like some people say, oh, why God should be male? Why not? Some feminists say, why God cannot be female? Why this is very patriarchal or whatever they say. But here in our philosophy, we say, yes, God is female also. Radharani is the female God and Krishna is the male God. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the male and female combined in the mood of the female and the body of the male in that sense. Does that make sense?
yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Mataji and Prabhuji, for a very wonderful session. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So,
Hare
okay.
Krishna, Mataji.
Just give us 1 minute. We have a few questions. We don't want to lose them. We have a question from Santoshi Mataji that it's so glorious here to hear about Navadvipa Dham. Why is it not included in the Char Dham? It should be Panchadham. Navadvip should be included. Because as we said, this is Gupta Vrindavan. Gupta Vrindavan, Krishna said. It's secretive. So, the best thing is hidden always. So, only by the revelation of our acharyas do we know about the potency of such dhams. So, this Navadvipa Dham has been revealed to us by our acharyas. The potency of the dham is revealed to us by our acharyas. So, therefore, if we go to Navadvipa Dham, the Char Dham actually exists in Navadvipa Dham. There is Badrinath, there is Gangotri, Yamunotri, all of the dhams exist in Navadvipa Dham. We hope that that answers your question. Soumya Mataji, yes, you can still do Purushottam month. No problem at all.
It will be helpful to you.
It will be helpful, yes. Because all of our, ancestors are benefited by, even a little performance of devotional service. So no problem at all. You can still do Purushottam Adhika Mas Vrata, and you can dedicate it to your father-in-law. He will get the benefit. So I hope this answers your question. It will definitely be beneficial for him. Okay, the next question by Kamal Gopika Mataji. Oh, it's not a question, sorry, it's just a comment. Thank you so much for your very sweet comment, Kamal Gopika Mataji. We are so grateful to you. Thank you. Yes, someone wanted to ask a question over Zoom?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. This is Dehuti Mataji.
Yes, Dehuti Mataji, yes.
Hare Krishna. Mataji, I had a question. Like, as you said, the Nityanand Prabhu was the first one who take the Parikrama with the Jiva Goswami. So, like, was it like before the Mahaprabhu take the sannyas and he went to Jagannath Puri, or after? Like, when was the first time they did the Parikrama?
This is after.
After.
Oh,
Yes.
okay,
Srila Jiva Goswami, actually, he was the nephew of Sanatan Goswami and Rupa Goswami. And then when Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, they went to Vrindavan, Srila Jiva Goswami, he was the son of their brother Anupam. Then Anupam also left his body. Srila Jiva Goswami was alone with his mother. And then when his mother left, then he was told to go to his to meet his uncles in Vrindavan, in Srila Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, because they had also taken sannyas and they had gone to Vrindavan. And so Srila Jiva Goswami said, I will first go to Navadvipa Dham, take blessings of all the senior devotees, and then I will go to Vrindavan Dham. I don't feel myself qualified to enter Sri Vrindavan Dham myself. How can I be so, what audacity I can have to go and enter Sri Vrindavan Dham? So he went to Navadvipa Dham first before going to Vrindavan. And there he took blessings from all devotees. He met Nityananda Prabhu there. And that's when Nityananda Prabhu took him for a Navadvipa Mandal Parikrama. He said, before you go to Vrindavan, you should know, you're so attached to Lord Chaitanya, you should see all the holy places around. This is not different than Vrindavan Dham. And then after the Parikrama, then he went to Vrindavan.
Oh, thank you so much, Prabhuji. It's a big help. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dhanvat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Just clarification, Mataji, for inviting new people when you are having a program, virtual program at your home. So we need to share the link you are sending to them, or
you can share. Once we give you the link, you can share it with all the new people you want to attend the program.
Okay. And second, what's your expectation if they are new totally for
if
the
they are
program?
new, you just tell us. If they are new, you just let us know, and we can tailor our presentation based on what you want us to present to them.
No, what you are expecting from them? Means the setup, or means Aarti, or I mean to
what
say,
we have is we have this e-Aarti. When we do the Zoom call, we will actually share the link to the e-Aarti. So everyone can do e-Aarti also. That is something that, very wonderful devotees have developed. So,
and e-Aarti is something where you'll have the picture of Sri Sri Radha Madhava, and there will be the items of Aarti kept there. You can click them and then drag and do the Aarti. Like offer the flower, offer the tulsi leaf, offer the deep that is there. There is also, if you there's a bell. If you click on it, the bell will keep ringing while you're doing Aarti. If you click on the conch shell, it will blow the conch shell. So everyone can do their own Aarti. It's the lamp of love. The main thing is love, and you offer that love through that website, the eArti website.
So we'll share that. But if they would want, they can even have, actual lamp also. And we'll have the picture of Radha Madhava on the screen, on their Zoom screen anyways. So they can offer the lamp to Radha Madhava on the screen also. If they want to do an actual lamp offering, that's also perfectly fine.
Very nice, Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna, Mataji. So we have.
But let us know the kind of audience, so we can make sure that we can speak something which they would find interesting and inspiring for their spiritual life at their standard.
Sure, Prabhu.
Thank you. So we have a question from Kajal over YouTube. What kind of activities should we not do in Purushottam month? Is traveling something we should avoid? If it is, I mean, there are a lot of things to avoid, but the bottom line being that, service that is detrimental to our, service to Krishna, that is something that we must try and avoid. But otherwise, traveling, if it is absolutely necessary, like sometimes you travel for work, then you have to travel. But just maintain, whatever sankalpa we have taken for Vrata, we should maintain our vows. But if you can avoid, but if you can't, it's all right. No problem at all. So hope that answers your question, Kajal. Thank you very much. So we have a few more questions.
All right. If there are no more questions, we can do the
Chaurashtakam. We really thank all of you for your beautiful comments.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
This is Ramya here.
Yes, Ramya Mataji.
Thank you so much for your lovely message yesterday. And today I missed the 20 minutes of class. So could you please send the class to yesterday and to today's session? After
we send the PPT
class.
Which class?
Not PPT, the whole class. The whole class.
The Zoom class?
It's there on YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah, I will send you the link. I will send you the playlist. No problem. I will send it to you.
I'm taking notes of all the class, so it will be helpful for my kids when they grown up. That's why I'm taking all the.
I will actually share the entire playlist with you. No problem.
Yesterday class and today class, like Bhagavad Gita, you will send the recordings after finishing the class. You will post the video like that. And today class is very nice, Mataji. And I came to know lots of things about Navadvipa and Navadvipa Dham. Very nice.
Yeah.
And so there's a slot next week. And if my husband allows, surely I will come and join. Otherwise, I will remove.
No problem. We let's hope for the best. Okay.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mataji and Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ramya Mataji. So if there's no more questions, we'll first sing the Chaurashtakam so that everyone is benefited, and maybe request Premvikas Prabhu, please, if you could share the eArti link so that everyone can take a look. Is it possible to do that? Divyangi Mataji, Premvikas Prabhu, so that we can have a picture of Radha Madhava. Okay, while they're pulling that up.
Can you share the link just right now? Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Can you share the link on the chat as well, so people can go to this website on their own as well?
Okay, so we'll sing.
Vraje prasiddham navanita chauram Gopanganana Chadukula Choram Aneka Janma Jita Papa Choram Choragraganyam Purusham Namami
Shri Radhikaya Hridayasya Choram Navambudasha Balakanti Choram Padashritanam Chasamasta Choram Choragraganyam Purusham Namami
Akinchani Krityapadashritam Yat Karoti Bhikshum Patige Harinam Kenapyaho Bhi Shanachoraine Drishta Shruto Va Na Jagatrayevi
Yadiyanama Viharadya Shesham Giri Prasaram Apipaparasin Ashayyarupa Nanachoraitre Drishta Shrutova Namaya Kadampi
Anam Shamanam Chatatendriyani Pranam Charitva Mama Sarvamesa Palaya Seku Trajitodhyachora Mambhati Damnasi Ayaniruddha
Chinatsi Ghoram Yamapasha Bandham Bhinatsi Bhimam Bhavapasha Bandham Chinatsi Sarva Samasta Bandham Naivatmanobha Sakritam Tu Bandham
Anumanasetam Masarashi Ghore Karagrihe Dukkamaye Nibandha Labhasvahe Cho Rahare Chiraya Svachaurya Dosho Chitameva Dandam
Karagrihe Vasasada Hridaye Madine Madbhakti Pasha Vidabandhanam Nishchalasan Tvam Krishna He
Pralaya Koti Shatantarepi Sarvasva Chora Hridayandani Mochayami Vraje Prasiddham Navanita Choram Gopangananam Chadukula Choram Aneka Janma Jita Papa Choram Choragraganyam Purusham Namami
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Shri Charagraganya Purushashtakam ki Jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, very beautiful, very, very nice, very sweet voice. It is like honey is going to be bitter front of your voice. That's all I can say.
Krishna's mercy.
This is the nectar of your listening. It is the nectar of your listening.
It's so melodious, so nectarian.
This shows how sweet Krishna is. If such fallen souls can sing, he can provide this, then how sweet Krishna must be dripping of honey and butter.
Jar of honey dripping from the sides. And Krishna is taking that honey and putting in all of our tongues. Nectar. That is the bliss of Krishna consciousness. Okay, so we will meet again tomorrow.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Can I have a question?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I'm Rajalakshmi from Chennai. I have two questions, Mataji. I'm new to this. So, how do you go to this Mayapur? I'm from South India, Chennai. How do you go to this place?
Very, very practical question. We are so sorry.
Second question, can I have the meaning of this Chaurashrakam, because I'm not aware of this language?
Sure.
Can you give the meaning in English?
We will share that. You're in the group, right? You're in the WhatsApp group?
Yeah, I'm in WhatsApp group, yeah.
Okay, so we will share the entire, the link to this song in the WhatsApp group. We will do that.
With meaning, ma'am?
Pardon me?
With the meaning?
Yes, with the meaning.
Okay,
with the meaning we will share. And we are so sorry. We truly beg for your forgiveness that we did not mention, about where Mayapur is located. So sorry for that.
It's located in Srimati Radharani's heart.
No. But in this world, it is, West Bengal, Calcutta. It is around 140 kilometers from Calcutta. Towards the north. When we go towards Shiliguri, if you're going towards Shiliguri, the 140 kilometers from Calcutta is Mayapur. Yes.
Is there any tour arranged to go to this place from South India? Can I have any information about that?
Absolutely. Please, you're in Chennai?
I'm in Chennai, yes.
Yes. So if you can visit the local ISKCON center there, they have a lot of course now because of the pandemic, but when situations are better, at that time you can contact the local temple. Sometimes they do have yatras, especially during Gaur Purnima time. That is the appearance of Lord Chaitanya. So it's a very beautiful time, and they do organize different yatras.
And if you go to mayapur.com, mayapur.com, you will see there in the guests, it will have, you can actually ask Mayapur temple to arrange a tour for you. They'll give you a 2-day package, a 3-day package, a 7-day package.
Along with a guide. Like a devotee guide who can show you and tell you the significance, as well as accommodations and all those. Everything is there on mayapur.com. And because our home is Mayapur, so very fortunately my parents are there, so we are at your service. Whenever you want to visit Mayapur, please let us know. We will be very happy to assist you in any way.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Okay, any more questions?
If not,
We'll end our session today. Anjali, thank you so much for sharing the link of the Torashtakam on the chat. Thank you very much. So with this, we will end today's session.
thank you.
Thank you all so much.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranam. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Thank you so much.
Thank you Mataji. Pranam.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Tomorrow
Thank
we
you.
will visit the Navadvipa and speak more about the Mayapur Dham, which is in Navadvipa.
Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Jai Shri Radhe.
Jai Shri Radhe. Hari Hari. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Thank you. Hare Krishna.